Welcome to RVN Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Hope you're enjoying this channel lately. Typically, I do RVing reviews, RVing adventures, and stuff like that. But recently, we've been doing a lot of international travel, Bay Area travel, travel around the Midwest and stuff like that. So I've been doing a lot of, accessory reviews. For example, backpacks as carry-ons and as personal items. Hope you appreciate the videos. Again, we're not all homogenous in our adventures. We sometimes go here and sometimes do that. And I am getting pretty close to 73. I'm going to be turning 73 when I go on my trip to Europe in a few weeks. And I'll be back after 6 weeks. And again, I've been doing quite a few for this old guy, backpack reviews, carry-on reviews, the ones that go with overhead luggage, usually about 40 liters, 35 liters, and the ones that you stow in front of your chair, usually 16 to 26 liters. So let's talk about my wife's backpack that I suggested that she return. Why would I ask my wife to return this backpack? She had certain expectations. She had all these expectations. My wife's a professor and she likes technical stuff. She does a lot of research and she does a lot of, she's won awards for research. She's published books and won awards at the university for teaching. For this, the whole system gave her an award for teaching and research. And so she's very technical. I think sometimes overtly technical. Okay, so this is the backpack she got. She got the Pakt, P-A-K-T, the travel backpack. It's almost like the Ohio State. The travel backpack, 35 liter. They come in 35 liter and 45 liter configurations. The 35 liter weighs 4 pounds, which is significant. It's rather heavy. A lot of these 35 liter backpacks weigh about 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. This one weighs 4.1 pounds. Its dimensions are 21.5 by 12.5 by 8 inches. If you want that in centimeters, I can read that too. 55 by 32 by 21. So here it is. Here's my wife's backpack, unpacked, un-P-A-K-T. And you may ask, I'm not going to do a full review on this one, by the way. I got a lot of things on my palette today. And, the $2 I'll earn doing a review of this, I'm not motivated by. So the Pakt, my wife picked the green. There's a reason why, a method to her madness is that she liked the color. Again, my wife used to teach fabrics at University of Texas at Austin and materials and how to sew and stuff. And then, while getting her PhD down there in art history. So she thought this was a nice color. And it was very functional, had a lot of features that she liked. And she liked the green. In fact, she ordered green wool to make a wool cap to match it. And she already has outfits that match it. But I told her, return it anyway. Because when she opened the backpack, there was a piece of tape, a piece of masking tape. On one side was one seam, on the other side was another seam with a large piece of masking tape, about 3 inches. And I told her, take that off. And under it was a seam that was falling apart. So obviously, Pakt, P-A-K-T, has quality control issues. I'm just saying. If you want a review of all the different features, all the different compartments, expandability, where you put your laptop, this thing holds a gigantic laptop, by the way. You can go to other videos. I'm pretty sure that all those influencers who receive their Pakt, the travel backpack, 35 liter, free. I didn't get it free. My wife got paid for it, full freight from the folks at Pakt. And I suggested that she return it and get something more elegant, more to the point. She can spend all the money she wants. You can just spend all the money you want, but get something that's to the point. This has, pockets, 1, 2, 3, all kinds of pockets. If you like pockets and you like technical backpacks for travel, this is the one for you. Quality control, again, might be an issue. If this one has quality control issues, you can imagine if other PAKT travel backpacks have quality control issues. My REI backpack, no quality control issues. My Osprey backpacks, no quality control issues. My Gregory backpack that I've hiked in the Sierras and the Rockies in for weeks at a time, no quality control issues. In fact, my Gregory backpack got so dirty, I put it in the bathtub, poured water, put the water in the bathtub, washed it for a while, put some detergent, hung it out to dry. Good as new. Good as new. So this one I'm having issues with. My wife likes the color. She likes all the pockets. But I say, hey, you're the person that taught me how to roll my underwear and roll my shirts and pack them very nicely in cubes. Why not just buy something with a lot of space, just a standard, luggage style backpack, clamshell, and just put all your stuff there, and then put your laptop in a little case, a little hard case, and stick it in there. 99% of the travel backpacks have, those little, areas where you can put your laptop. And at that size, typically even a 17-inch, gigantic, humongous, gamer laptop would fit in there. And she only has a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I think she has a 14-inch MacBook Pro, actually. And she's going to get a new laptop after we return from Europe because, that's how she rolls. She's going to get a new laptop. She can do that. So, again, this has a lot of straps. My wife was playing with the straps, all the little straps and how to hide them and stuff like that. And she goes, "What the hell's going on here, Buster?" There's a lot of stuff in this going on. If you're 20-something and, just like having nerdy, dorky, dweeby, spazzy stuff, this is the perfect, bag for you. But if you're an older person, you guys have, your hands are going, "Oh my God, that's some serious pain there going on. I have to stuff that in there, find that little nook, and it barely fits, and you've put it in there, these little straps and all that stuff." So here's a shot of the back, just so you can see it. I'm going to show you the sides. There's that side. There's that side. There's the front side. I'm looking at the monitor over here on my left because I have a gigantic, 80-inch monitor over there, OLED. And then this is the bottom. This is the top. What do you think? Again, this unzips, expands. Wow, it expands. For $325, I think it's, it's okay. Don't forget, in Asia, where they make 99% of these things, this thing costs about $25 to make. Okay, $30, $50 to make. Paying somebody, $2, $3, $4 to sew these things together. They just sew them together and call it good. What makes them expensive are the zippers. This has those fancy YKK zippers and some of the better materials, and it's rather durable, super durable. But I recommend to my wife, the next 10 years, hopefully, that we're on this planet. I'm going to be turning 73 in the Czech Republic when I'm down there in, I think it's July. And I figure my backpack, my REI, my wife said, "Why don't you buy a new backpack?" And I said, "I don't need a new backpack. My REI, I just, per your instructions, roll my underwear up, roll my t-shirts up, roll my shirts up, roll my pants up, put them in these, these packing cubes. In fact, you got some new packing cubes, some compressible, packing cubes that shrink things, and I could put more than I need for a month in those packing cubes, no problem." So that's how I roll. And I use packing cubes, and I have a little hard case for my MacBook Air 13-inch M3, no problem. That works for me. I don't need I've learned over the years, you don't take the big MacBook Pro on the road. You take your MacBook Air 13-inch M3 on the road because that thing don't weigh nothing. And as the all the brilliant folks would say, it don't weigh nothing. So thank you for watching my video. This has been Jesus Manuel Menagarza. I've been reading from my little notes here. Pakt does offer a 45-liter version, which weighs 4.4 pounds, but this one weighs 4.1 pounds. And again, its dimensions are 21.5 by 12.5 by 8 inches. You know, it'll work as a carry-on, no problems. But again, my opinion, my wife may return this and exchange it for another one for all I know. She does what she wants. She does not listen to me. She does not. Something is going wrong here. She don't listen to me. So it's a very nice backpack. It looks very nice. It matches the colors of the yarn that she bought. She likes the yarn. She likes to make things that match. She has a hat, a knit cap that'll match the backpack. Plus, maybe even knit some gloves. And she'll have her jacket that matches the color. Maybe has a little, different colors, terracotta plus the green. Very nice. Very nice colors. So she's going to be very stylish when we're in Europe. We're going to be going to flying from DFW to Charlotte. From Charlotte to what's that town? I got to remember the food product. Frankfurter. Yeah, that's Frankfurt, Germany. We're going to go to Frankfurt, Germany, drop us off there, and then we're going to take a train to Berlin, and we're going to be down there for 1 month. And she's going to be teaching her students, and she's an art historian. She's going to show the folks, this is art. This is art, boys and girls. This is history. This is architecture, boys and girls. So it's going to take our university students, and I'll be, navigating Berlin for about a month on my own. So I think this is a good backpack. She was thinking about getting also the Pakt backpack. There's an area here up front, right here, boys and girls, that you can stick another backpack. So backpack not only can sell you one backpack, they'll sell you a day pack. Very generous for the folks at Pakt. P-A-K-T. So she's going to be teaching, and I'll be cruising around with my Daylight, my Osprey Daylight 26+6. That's perfectly fine. That thing weighs only 1.5 pounds. This thing, 4.1 pounds. Wow! My wife is close to my age. I won't tell her age. I won't divulge her age. And she's pretty healthy. She's been exercising, walking 2, 3, 4 miles a day, getting her exercise. She's been at the gym at the university doing her exercises and getting in shape for her European vacation. But she's been in shape since she was a teenager, doing, running the sprints, doing the distance running and stuff like that. She is a healthy woman at her age. She's not overweight. She's not, deficient in areas, and she's highly motivated, especially after having a couple cups of coffee. She's super, super motivated. Jesus, do this. Jesus, do that. Thanks for watching my video on the Pakt, the travel backpack, 35-liter. I'm not going to open this thing up. If you want to look at the influencers, they'll brag and talk about all the fancy stuff in the Pakt. But I'm not. I'm going to say, hey, I would suggest returning this thing. Just something a little more elegant, to the point, that doesn't weigh as much, doesn't have, little things that you have to stick in it back, that little kit, that little strap. Hey, I got to put in that little hole. I stick it in there. Again, not elder friendly. I don't call this elder friendly. And she did not like the straps. The straps, she put them on her shoulder. Ow! Ow! She did not like the straps. They're rather rough. If you're cruising around in cold temperatures with a sweater, a t-shirt, a sweater, a thick jacket, those straps, you don't even notice them. But if you're cruising around any moderate temperatures, warm temperatures, you'll notice those straps, especially if you're an older person and a delicate creature like my wife. Thanks for watching my video. This has been Jesus Manuel Menagarza. Don't forget to like. Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. Again, typically on this channel, I do a lot of RVing videos, traveling in my RV, fixing my RV. If you buy an RV, you're fixing it. It's always breaking down. Things are just falling apart, okay? That's how we roll, literally. And of course, I've done RV reviews and of course my travel videos to Mexico, all over the Southwest and stuff like that. And hope you enjoy the videos. Again, don't forget to leave your kind and friendly comments below. And again, like, subscribe, and share. My goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers. Yes, dare to dream 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Yes, I have high, very, amazing, almost like irrational dreams of having 5,000 subscribers on this channel. And we do offer memberships, and of course you can become a Patreon member also. That information, of course, is in the description. And let me see, which side is it? On this side, or is it that side? You can take a picture with your phone, your smartphone, and it'll take you directly to my rvta.myportfolio.com website. You're welcome. Thanks for watching this video. I like this backpack. My wife wanted to like this backpack. She liked the color. She liked all the features. But I said, hey, it's a pain in the ass for an older person to stick all those little straps back in, and the shoulders hurt, and blah, blah, blah. And it's falling apart. Some of the seams are coming loose. Quality control at Pakt is not good. Don't forget to ring the bell for future notifications. This has been Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.